out yet?
Getting there.
You'll find a safe way to get us to the hospital, though, right? Can I help?
No.
Why? Because I'm stupid?
That's not the word I
Really? What word, then?
meant. Non-school oriented.
Fuck you, I'm in school. Let me help.
I'm triangulating. Do you know how that works?
Yes? With triangles.
It's pretty standard.
I get a bearing of their troop movements and then triangulate back to their bases.
I'm estimating angles, so I mean, if I had a protractor, it would be a lot more accurate.
Oh, I actually brought a protractor.
You did?
No. I hated math. I'm gonna leave you alone now and go and explore the rest of this place because you're smart as fuck and you're figuring it out.
Ellie.
Yes?
You idiot! Yeah, y'all fucked it up. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for The Last of Us, this one's going to be doing my predictions video for the next episode of The Last of Us Season 2, this is for the penultimate episode, episode 6. So, I would tell you the name of this episode, but they never seem to reveal the actual name until after the episode is done, so I'm not even going to do that. So, seriously, HBO, Last of Us, whoever's in charge of putting out the episode titles needs to seriously fix their shit, because there's no reason why we can't hear the title for the next episode once we're actually getting into it, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in Game of Thrones Season 8 back in the day when they wouldn't tell us shit until the episode actually aired. With a show the quality of this season, I don't think it's that serious, you know what I mean? So, speaking of, if you didn't see my review for episode 5, I did not like that episode much at all. I thought it was mid as hell, and I thought it was very just, meh, you know what I mean? Which is saying something, because I'm not exactly all that obsessed with The Last of Us Part 2 either as a video game, but I'm starting to appreciate that game because of how shit this season is going. I mean, I tell you, it is impressive that they're making me actually warm up to a game that I don't even like much at all. The reason I'm loyal to The Last of Us is because of how motherfucking amazing that first game is. That is why I'm here still today. People have been asking me, like, I heard comments in yesterday's review, you know, if you don't like it, like, just don't watch it, you know what I mean? Well, again, that's easier said than done. I have loyalty to that first video game because it is a masterpiece of a story. It is incredible. And the first season tried to replicate it, didn't work out. Second season, of course, not that great either. You know what I mean? So I'm here until this adaptation ends. I'm here for the whole thing. But my God, man, they got to step up the quality or something, because this is just, it's not good. Put it that way. It's not that good. And this episode is sounding like the biggest story staller I've ever seen. Now, let me kind of explain a little bit of what I mean by that. This promo is showing that we are going to be getting an entire flashback episode with Joel and Ellie during the timeline between Season 1 and Season 2, between that, you know, that time gap. And there's a lot of scenes in the trailer that we've seen before, like the scene where Ellie is standing next to him, and she says, you know, "You swore." Which, again, I will go into game spoilers here because I have to. It's kind of necessary. So if you haven't played the game, this is a good time for you to click off. Apologies, but I have to, you know, go into the game here a little bit. This is the scene in the game where, you know, she finds out about what Joel did, you know, killing the doctors, of course, because, you know, she was actually the cure and he actually got her out of there for selfish reasons. And she says, you know, "You swore," you know, and Joel's kind of like, "Yeah, like I did, but this is what I did, and I did it for you," and stuff like that. It's literally the scene from the game. Although the difference is that it looks like this goes down in Jackson this time, rather than, you know, outside the community walls and stuff like that. So that's kind of different as well, too. Also, a difference is that we have a better Ellie in the game than we do in the TV show, so it's not going to be as exciting. Yeah, y'all fucked it up. But we do also have, you know, in a mixture of this, we also seem to have a really interesting sequence where they're kind of out there, you know, with their guns and stuff, with their rifles. Now, we know that there is the therapist's husband that Joel kills in this episode. We don't know why yet. My, you know, kind of thought process is that he's infected, so they probably just mercy kill him and they probably put him down. But she has hatred for Joel the entire time after that. That's probably what it is. You know what I mean? And, you know, again, they didn't show much in this episode, but my problem is, and this is my main, you know, issue with this, is that we have 2 episodes left this season, yet we are going to do a flashback episode of Joel and Ellie while we're just getting into the thick of it with, you know, the storyline in the current day where she's going after Abby. we have to probably wait until the finale to progress the storyline. That is not a good idea. You should have been doing these flashbacks with Joel progressively over the last few episodes anyway, like the game did, because the game did it that way. The show saved it for a big clump of an episode, and they're gonna squeeze it all in together. You know what I mean? You got the scene with the dragon where she kind of, or not the dragon, the dinosaur, where she goes up on the dinosaur and she's like, "I'm on a motherfucking dinosaur," which I guarantee the shitty version of it on the show is gonna be, "I'm in your motherfucking dinosaur." I don't like her acting as Ellie, man, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, so you got that, and then again, it's, there's scenes they're adapting from the game, but it's just not a good time to put it all together in one episode like that. That's ridiculous. So I don't know. Are we going to get any current day stuff, or is this just an episode as a fail attempt of them being like, "Hey, yo, Pedro's still on the show. Watch our show. Don't leave. Like, that's what this is. And I think that's why I have such a hatred already towards this episode before even seeing it. Is that just seems like such a failed, just desperate attempt to try to keep people in the show, because they know that if they put Pedro in their face, people will watch it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have done that. You should have been story first rather than advertising first, and you should have just, done it, progressively as the episodes go. Show these flashbacks here and there to kind of pull at your heartstrings rather than pause the story and do an entire episode as your penultimate episode, with these two. There better be current day stuff, because it doesn't look like there is. But again, we'll have to see. Maybe they'll squeeze something in there at the very end. I don't know, but still, I don't know why this is the penultimate episode. I don't know why we have to stall the story with a flashback next episode. Look, I'm sure they're necessary scenes, but again, I don't understand why it has to be an entire episode rather than spreading it out, and then you get more mileage out of it. You know what I mean? Like you did in the video game. Again, I don't know how the show is doing it. It's making me appreciate a fucking mid-game. You know what I mean? Somehow they're making me appreciate it. So, I don't know. This season is starting to seriously fall apart for me, if you couldn't tell. I'm gonna pull for it. I'm gonna watch these next two episodes. We'll see where everything ends up. But my God, man, honestly, they need to step it the hell up. And do some, better things, because the game is starting to solo this shit. I can't lie. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. What are you expecting for episode 6 of The Last of Us? Let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button to not miss any other videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Views Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Last of Us. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist. Beat rogue gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.